energies for the collective. And I'm just tuning in right now. I've got a few decks out. I was definitely getting the hit to pull at least one Rumi oracle card. I think I'm going to start with tarot today. So what messages do we have for the collective this week? What energies are coming through? Oh man, awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bear with me. They all fell on the floor. All right. So we've got Six of Cups, Page of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. I'll just put it like that. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that this week is an opportunity to really make peace with your past. And this card in particular in this deck, this always makes me think about inner child. So you may be doing some inner child work, or the suggestion may be to do some inner child work. I don't feel like this is, heavy duty, deep and dark dive type of thing. It feels more of like a cleanup on maybe some old stagnant energy from the past. Could be resolving. I'm picking up like you may have had, just like maybe offs with siblings maybe, or with family members in general. And it's like connected to the patterns that you're used to being in with each other. It's not necessarily anything that's, how do I say that? It's not like the real big scary stuff. Not that it's scary, but it doesn't feel like this is heavy energy. It's kind of like, like I'm getting the sense that maybe something came up and you showed up in the old way, right? You showed up in the way that you would normally show up, and I'm getting that you were aware of it. And so what I'm getting is that it takes some time this week to just kind of go back. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but go back and not assess, but number one, like just acknowledge, like, okay, I showed up in my default energy. Okay. So just acknowledge. You don't have to judge that. You don't have to be harsh with yourself on that. Just, oh, look, here it is again. I did it again. Silly me, that kind of thing, and bring some love to that part of you. Okay. To the fact that you showed up in that way, and to love that instead of sort of being like, oh my God, will I ever learn? Or how do I break this pattern? It's interesting. I was in a conversation earlier today, and we were talking about coming to situations from a fix-it sort of energy versus a compassionate sort of energy. And that's what I'm picking up here is like, if you had some sort of experience, and I know I brought up family and siblings, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be, I know many of you watch and have your own businesses, so it might have been something that came up in your business, or came up with a team member, or came up with a client, and you kind of reacted in the way that, in the default way that you might have shown up. And what I'm sensing from this card is that, number one, it's okay. It's okay. You're human. And to embrace the human aspect of yourself. And number one, like, you noticed this time. And so you can come to that default energy with love and compassion versus judgment or avoidance, or trying to eradicate it, right? Like, those are two very different energies. So it's taking the time this week to just, and I'm not feeling like this is a lot of time. It's literally a shift in the approach to the energy. You may need to do a little bit of inner child work, or it may just simply be that you're acknowledging, oh yeah, I did that thing that I do when I get triggered in this way, silly me, like, and just love that up. There may be some learning, a lesson for you in this as well with this Page of Swords here. She's reading a book. She's walking over. This is making me think of the Fool card too. So the Fool takes a leap of faith into the unknown, and there isn't like this little sword here to cross, but it's like in the Fool card, the Fool is just supported by life. So there's something here about, this is almost like after the Fool card, this Page of Swords, she's learning. There's lessons in the experiences that she's having. This could be male or female. I'm just saying she because it's a girl in the card. There's like this curiosity. So it's like, get curious about whatever this thing is that you're wanting to make peace with. What is the lesson in it for you, right? And with the Ten of Cups here, I'm also feeling like, God, the Ten of Cups, like, right? This is fulfillment. This is emotional fulfillment. This is joy, happiness, whatever brings you that deep inner fulfillment. It's not just the stuff, right? Like, it's not just the material things. This is emotional, spiritual, mental, physical, the whole thing, like really deep, content, satisfied. So what I'm getting is that this week is really kind of letting go of those things that block you from accessing that feeling of fulfillment. Because it's like, this is always here. This is always within, to borrow Abraham Hicks' phrase, this is always within our vortex, right? And it's like, it's letting go of these default patterns. It's releasing negativity. It's doing our healing work, our inner work, so that we can access the state of fulfillment. That's what I'm really feeling here. And with the Eight of Wands, it's like you may be getting some downloads. You may be getting some actual messages, or maybe some deals coming through this week. So this could be in a more ethereal sense, or this could be in the physical plane as well. But some news news that's going to help you access this fulfillment on a deeper level. Okay, so that's great news. Also, I believe, we just had a full moon. So if you did any full moon rituals to release anything that's not serving you, that's kind of weighing you down, let go of the burden, if you did any kind of work like that, that's going to make space for more of this positive energy to come in this week. So great job with that. And if you haven't, you can still do that. Just because the full moon was, a few nights ago, you can still do any kind of rituals that you use to release that old, stuck, or even like heavy, dense energy. Okay, so I'm going to pick a Rumi card. Now, these tend to be long. I will probably read from the book. If I get any hits just directly off the card, I'll certainly share that. I won't read the whole thing because they're long. Sacred Convergence. Okay. This is really interesting. So to me, this kind of feels like moon and sun energy. And then there's this bigger outer ring here. I don't know if you can see that. But we just had the full moon. We're moving into Leo season. Leo is associated with the Sun card, which is one of the most positive. Actually, it is the most positive card in the tarot. Ten of Cups is pretty darn good too. But the Sun card is all about healing. So what I'm picking up is that this is a period of, what I'm getting is not like, it's like being in the receptive mode of the healing that you've been doing. So it's like receiving. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, so if you think about being out in the sun, literally being out in the sun, right? Like, how does that feel? How does that feel on your body? How does that feel on your skin? Like, it feels restorative. It feels good. It's warm, right? It just feels like renewal. And so this week is about that kind of energy. We're entering into Leo season. Yes, this is also an opportunity to shine very brightly, be bold, be courageous, and also be in that receptive mode of, you know what, I've been doing my inner work. This is for you if you've been doing this, right? If you haven't, then maybe the message for you is that, it's time to step up your inner work. But I'm mostly getting, those of you who are watching, I'm mostly getting, you just went through a phase of some really intense inner work, and it's like, it's okay to just like go sit out in your yard and enjoy the sunshine, like literally enjoy the sunshine, and figuratively, like enjoy just receiving the support and the life force and the abundance and the fulfillment, right, for doing that work. It's like, it's okay to just, you don't have to keep plowing through. Take some time this week, maybe even take the whole week to just kind of sit back and receive for the work that you've been doing. That's kind of just what I'm picking. Oh my God, it's 11. The card's number 11 too, which is a master number, and it's about manifestation. So that's the energy that I picked up from that card, but I'm just going to look at what it says here. Okay. So you may be coming together with other like-minded souls, right, for a common purpose. So there may be something in your mission. You may be coming together with an individual. It could be a group of individuals with the purpose of, really kind of lifting each other up, supporting each other, strengthening self-belief, self-love, shedding fear, opening the heart. Yeah. The other thing I'm getting from this, I'm just kind of scanning the book here, but I was doing my own kind of soul check-in, and one of the messages that I received for myself was like to get out, go out into the world, get out into the world. I know, that's been a little tricky in the recent months, and that's shifting, and then it seems to be shifting again. But I'm feeling like with the Sacred Convergence card, it is a call to like go out into the world, do whatever you need to do to feel safe doing that, obviously. But it's like this purpose, this fulfillment, this healing, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? Like you could sit in your home all day long and do your inner work, but if you're not then going back out into the world and sharing that light and making these connections and having these engagements and interactions with people out in the world, then what's the point? I don't want to say what's the point, but you're only doing part of the process, right? Like obviously doing that inner work and doing that healing is going to benefit you. And what I'm feeling with the sacred convergence is, yes, and it can also benefit you and others on a higher level when you come together, when you're out in the world, when you're making those connections, when you are actively collaborating with like-minded souls to help lift up. I'm just going to say it. I know it probably sounds cliche, but literally to help lift the vibration of the planet. Like this is also a call to use this time, this Leo season, to really go out and shine your light. That's what I'm getting from the Sacred Convergence card. And when you do that, it's like those other light workers are going to see you and find you, and we're all going to kind of get together and play together in a way that really serves humanity in the world. So, very powerful message coming through today. Let me just tune in and see if there's anything else, because that felt... It just felt like such a strong and clear message. Okay, I'm going to pull from one more deck, because I feel like the animals... Oh my God, and that popped right out. The animal oracles. Oh my gosh. I love this card. This is one of my favorites. Reclaim your power and lay a solid foundation. Okay, so this reclaiming your power, I feel like that's really connected to, I know I talked about the sun card. It didn't come up, but it's like taking the time to really acknowledge the healing that you've done and to receive and celebrate that, receive the rewards of that, to really kind of feel into the powerful place that has put you, to feel into how you've changed, where your inner power is. If you have a tendency to just kind of like, oh, I've reached that goal, what's the next one? Oh, I've reached that goal, what's the next one? What I'm feeling is like, yes, you've reached a goal, and now it's time to just take a beat, okay? And slow down, be present, and really feel into where you are right now in your energy, right? Like really embody that, really feel that, live in that. Take some time to just get used to that new energy that you're in. And with doing that, it lays the solid foundation for you to then, at a later time, and you will know if you're checking in when that time's going to be. But to build upon that foundation, right? Instead of this frantic, like, okay, next goal. It's like, no, you've definitely come to a different level, a different place. And it's like, who are you now in this new energy? And how do you step into that? That's reclaiming your power and building that solid foundation. So guys, that's the energy for this week. If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear in the comments below. I'll also post this over to my YouTube channel if you want to check that out over there. I do these weekly energies videos as well as other educational videos along the lines of visibility blocks, healing your visibility fears in regards to showing up and speaking up and really courageously promoting your mission in your business. So you can feel free to check that out over at my YouTube channel at Gail Nowak. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.